I found something that actually works with PocketOption's bugs, and right now in a live session I'm going to show how I grow a deposit starting from $150. No demos, no cuts, just screen recording and exactly what's happening in front of me. Let me say this right away so there are no unnecessary questions later. I'm not selling anything, and this isn't my bot. The most I can do is leave the contact of the admin who gave me access. If you want, write to him yourself. If you don't, just watch the video and scroll on. Honestly, I don't care. I don't earn anything from people using the bot or subscribing to it. This is an AI bot that reads the quote adjustments from the price provider directly and removes the delay that causes regular traders to always be late. It doesn't guess the market by the stars, doesn't have an opinion, doesn't argue with the chart. It just takes the raw data, runs it through the system, and outputs a processed signal. At some point, I got sick of this endless stream of nonsense. A million strategies, every second guy is a guru, signals, indicators, super patterns. You can't understand what actually works, what doesn't, and what is just waiting to wipe out your deposit again. And that's when I stopped looking for another teacher and started searching for a tool that quietly delivers results. No emotions, no motivation speeches, no "you got this, bro." That's what this bot is about. It doesn't get offended, doesn't revenge, trade, doesn't jump into a position because I want to recover the loss. It just calculates. The accuracy is up to 90% profitable trades on the pairs it works well with. Not 100%, however, no magic, but it's a whole different level compared to anything I've seen before. And now you are just watching my trading, my experience. This is a live video showing how I trade myself. I'm not convincing anyone of anything, and I'm not advertising anything. $150 is only a count. Let's see what it turns it into by the end of the session. Okay, let's not drag this out. The first signal the bot gives is on the MAD USD OTC pair. Just so you understand, I'm not blindly clicking up and down. The bot shows how it analyzes the situation, and you can see that right in the signal description. There are raw numbers and logic. Very important, this bot is private. You won't find it in search, there is no public channel, no Instagram ads. A friend sent it to me. I wrote to the admin and he gave me a personal link. You can't just walk in from the street. Why did I even start messing with this? After countless accounts blow-ups, I had only one desire left: to recover and finally come out in profit. And that desire is exactly what destroys deposits. You start entering more often, more aggressively, breaking money management, taking emotional trades, and end up losing even more. Anyone who's been in that hole knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you sit there thinking, how is this possible? I did everything exactly like they teach. And that's when I thought, enough, let something without emotions calculate for me. Right now I simply have screen recording turned on. I'll probably fast forward certain parts so you're not stuck watching 2 hours of candles ticking, but I won't cut trades, hide losses, or edit anything. You see exactly what I see in the moment. I open a trade and when it closes. The fact that this is a live session is more important to me than any beautiful story about success. This isn't a one-time I entered and made money, trust me bro video. We just opened the first trade on MAD USD OTC. It's running for 3 minutes now, and you're watching in real time how the bot performs and how I make decisions from its signal. You've already seen the results of several trades. Now let's see how the bot performs in this new situation. A little background. My friend and I started trading together, and like most beginners, we were both deep in the red. I went the classic route. Bloggers, videos, strategies, VIP chats, closed groups, analysis with 100 indicators. He went another way. He started diving into AI, bots, algorithms, how their systems are built, how they read price feeds, what models they use. Honestly, at first I thought he was just wasting time on theory, but then he showed me his account and that's when something clicked in me. At that moment I realized I needed to forget half of what I've learned and try a different approach. I wrote to this admin of the bot and he asked me a few simple but very specific questions about my deposit, risk approach, and how I view trading overall. The main advantage of the bot is that it acts without emotions. It doesn't see your frustration, doesn't see your last losses, doesn't know you want to recover. It simply processes dozens of factors simultaneously: volatility, price speed, behavior of the provider feed, tiny anomalies we don't even notice with our own eyes. That's why I calmly open the next trade now. Not because I feel like it or I have a hunch, but because there is a specific signal that passed through a huge number of filters. Watch carefully how it performs here. Yes, this is a profitable trade. I can already see it by the way the chart behaves and the entry timing. But the point isn't a single trade. The point is how the bot systematically does its job when you don't interfere with your emotions. You probably noticed my trade amounts became a bit smaller. It's not because I suddenly got scared, it's because I want the ability to continue trading even if one trade goes into a loss. And I advise you to do the same. Don't fall for greed. Greed is the fastest way to turn a normal deposit into a before-after screenshot, where after is a zero. Friends and people I know asked me to record these kinds of videos. At first I did it just for them, to show how I actually trade, how I manage risks, and what tools I use. Then I realized it could help other traders too. Those who are sitting here right now searching for some normal mentor. I always once looked for a teacher who would lay everything out and say, step 1, step 2, and you'll be successful. The result, let's just say I wasn't impressed. A lot of words, very little clarity, a lot of motivation, very little structure. So let me repeat something important. If you decide to use this bot, you still need to talk to the admin. They allowed me to leave his contact, but I'm not a partner, not an employee, not a local representative or anything. I cannot give out access. If you want, write to him. He'll talk to you, ask his questions, and he decides whether or not to add you in. Meanwhile, the trade here is almost done. I can already see the situation shifting in my favor, the price behaving predictably, and the trade is about to close in profit. And yes, to avoid illusions, I'm not saying this is a no-loss system. You've seen I had losing trades in this video. But these losses are much smaller and far more controlled than what I relied only on my own analysis and emotion. Right now you're probably watching this expecting the deposit to grow non-stop, like in those beautiful ads. Green line going up and only up. Let me say this directly, if you think that way, better close the video and don't torture yourself. Even with this bot, you need to understand what you're doing. You can't just enter every signal blindly because AI said so. You must look at the confidence percentage, the situation, the behavior of the pair, the probability, and understand why you're entering now, not just pressing the button. For example, right now I found a pair where the bot shows around 87% accuracy. What do I see? The chart is stable, no crazy spikes, payout is good, and I have no actual arguments to mistrust this signal. In this situation, I calmly open the trade and follow the bot, not because I want to recover, but because the logic and math makes sense. And I already know what will happen after this video. People will start writing to me everywhere with the same question. Give the bot link, urgently. Here's the answer. I don't have a direct link to the bot, I physically can't distribute it. I only left the admin's contact. If you want, message him. He decides who gets access, not me. My job here is simply to show how I use it, not to sell anything, not to lure you, not to collect subscribers. Just to show the process so you can see how it works from the inside. Okay, let's sum this up. From $150 to $19,828 in a few hours of work in one trading session. For some people this looks like fiction, for others, normal numbers. For me, it's simply digits on a screen that you just saw in real time. I'm not advertising anything and I'm not telling you to repeat my experience. I'm just sharing how I personally trade, what tools I use, and what results it brought today. Write in the comments what you think. If you think it's nonsense, that's fine. That's your opinion. If you see sense in it, that's also fine. I showed how I do it, and from here everyone decides for themselves what to believe, what to use, and how to manage their own money.